Okay, so I've pretty much been following this story for um maybe like the past mm, I want to say like 2 months. So today we're going to chat about why Rihanna should not be performing at the halftime show. The Super Bowl halftime show. So, obviously, I feel like I talked about this yesterday with the Grammys, or this wasn't yesterday, but we've been having a conversation on this channel about the Grammys and about why Beyonce did not win things, even though she might have been more deserving, or really like what it means, like the how do you say it, like the social indicators of some of this stuff. So here's the first thing that I learned. So you don't get paid to do the Super Bowl halftime show. Like the Super Bowl is not actually giving her any money to do the show. It's an unpaid show, but it looks like the sponsors are the people who pay for the show. And this year it's Apple Music that is paying for the show. So it doesn't look like there's any money coming out of like her pocket to do the show. And then I don't know if that means that Apple Music would then be giving her money. Like it doesn't seem like to do this show, there's no money being put in her pocket. And then I'm not sure if she's getting any like sponsorships. Like, I mean, she's just such a huge celebrity that like this show, I'm just not seeing it. Like, here's another thing. Rihanna is from Barbados. Rihanna is not American. And I'm not saying that to be like shady. I'm saying it to say like, and I feel like we're going to see, right, what happens on Sunday when she literally performs. But everything that I've read is that like she's planning this like really Caribbean inspired like show, which is like not a bad thing. Like, and the other thing, I saw the Caribbean getting really excited because she's doing the show, and I think they're making like a holiday or something for her. There's all of this social impact. It seems like globally, really, that's happening now that she's doing the show. But like, look really in the past at other people who've done the show who are like way lesser celebrities. The Weeknd has done the halftime show. Shakira and J Lo have done the halftime show. Like I don't under like Rihanna is a billionaire. So I just saw the little breakdown on Forbes where they talk about her fortune, right? And how she's worth like $1.4 billion, most of it from Fenty Cosmetics. About $300 million is from Fenty lingerie, and it's just such a small amount of money that she earns from her music. So she's got all of the money. And the funny thing about that is, so she started Fenty in 2017, but it's just done so well, right, that it's cemented her into billionaire status. And the dude who's like the richest man in the world, who I think this is the Louis Vuitton dude, is the one who started the partnership with her to start the makeup line. And now she's a billionaire. And I just want to say, like, I don't know. I guess it's not a bad thing. Like I think I'm actually really excited for the show. Like, but I just don't understand why. So here's another thing. There's some senator, and I'll link his name in the description box, so that you can read about this too. But he's been on this whole campaign of like why Rihanna should not be performing at the halftime show. And everything he said is true. She's been like anti-American. She was like anti-Trump. Well, maybe not anti-American, but she was certainly like anti-Trump. And like she's from the Caribbean. I guess when you think about it, like any artist could be like political and stuff. But really like the country is like mostly white. Okay, like the Super Bowl and all these like sports shows are these like like most of the dudes in America like love sports. Okay, like this is like this really like white American moment that's going to happen on Sunday. And it just doesn't really feel like the values are aligning. Um I'm sorry, but like America doesn't like black women. Be serious, guys. Like, don't, I'm not talking about globally. Like, we can have all these conversations about like Africa. We've had these on this channel before. But let's be serious, bro. Like, as Rihanna is great. Like, I love and support her. I think she's so wonderful in all of these ways. But to most Americans, they want like Lana Del Rey, Taylor Swift. I'm talking about like dudes in the real world, dudes in this fucking country. Like, there really is something about having like shit mean stuff. And so I was watching an interview today, or it was like yesterday or something, where she's talking about how like it might be a little weird for her. Like, she hasn't done a performance in 7 years. Okay, like she has not been in music. Like, music is not really like her thing. Like, she's totally like transcended music, and that's not like a bad thing. I just feel like, man, and being extremely serious, like Rihanna should have done the halftime show like 10 years ago. When she put out Anti, she should have done the halftime show that year. Like, that would have been the year that we should see Rihanna at the halftime show. Not fucking 2023 when she has no new music out and she's like a billionaire and she's like a new mom. I think it's so strange. It's like, be serious. Like, you guys have access now to we all have access to these like YouTubers who are talking about motherhood, how challenging it is, how much of your time it takes up, all of this shit. So like, she needs to be with her baby. Like, we barely got Beyonce out of the house to like collect her Grammys, okay? Like, hosting the Rock Nation brunch and collecting her Grammys was a lot. We don't even have any visuals for Renaissance right now. We have one video, kind of, and some remixes. But be serious. We can barely get her out of the house. Rihanna doesn't have the time. Like, she literally has other shit going on in her real life. And I'm confused. All of it is just very confusing. Like, this country is so backwards. It's just so backwards. Like I said, people are on a fucking timeline. And we gotta like start being serious about this. Like, women are on a fucking timeline. Mothers don't have the ability and time to be. It's weird. Like, be serious, okay? Like, female celebrities are like sex symbols. Why are we making mothers sex symbols? Like, what? It just doesn't make, like, let American men have their things. Give them what they want. Like, who could we put on there now? I don't know. Who are the new girls? Like, Billie Eilish might be appropriate, or like fucking, like, who else would be like appropriate right now? I don't even know. Like, there's some girl, Maureen something. Or who's the dude who's really popular in Nashville right now? That country singer. Maureen something. Like him. All of these people would be appropriate to perform at the Super Bowl. Right? They're white. They're like popular among white people. They fit into this like American culture. The other white people who like football are interested in them. You see how, like, when you're talking about globally, football isn't popular. not football in American football. Soccer is popular. They call it football. It's like FUTBOL. And like what is that guy? The Cindy Brunas dude, whatever his name is, he's really popular. Like all the soccer players, or come on, Ronaldo, whatever that dude's name is. Like he is really popular. And remember how we just had like that FIFA uh dance video with like Nicki Minaj and Maluma and the other girl. I'll put the music video in the link to this description box. But like all of those people are, globally, that's what people are watching. Like Rihanna should have performed at like the FIFA thing, not the fucking Super Bowl. It just doesn't make any sense. They should get like Zendaya to perform, even though she has no music or talent or anything. That's what America stands for. It's like talentless. Like Zendaya would be a better performer in 2023. It would be more symbolic of like what America is. And I'm not trying to say that to be like funny. I'm saying it to be honest. Like, yeah, we don't really have like, I mean, Taylor Swift is talented, very talented. And I feel like they did ask her to do the Super Bowl. I just can't remember why she didn't or couldn't do it. But she would have for sure been appropriate. Like having Taylor Swift there this year would have definitely been appropriate. She's got Midnights out, okay, like there's so many fucking songs that we could have like listened to that would have been like great. And we all would have been like, yay, like I liked Midnights. I also liked Red. There's so many Taylor Swift albums that I would have been, I don't know, maybe she's like too busy because she's on tour. Beyonce's on tour. So maybe that's it. Like in terms of like scheduling and everything. Because I did see, okay, so I listened to this too on the read and I forgot to cover this. So it sounds like there was like some hip hop segment that happened before the show. And they were trying to get like some of the new rappers to show up. And basically everybody declined. Everybody was like, no, we're busy. But there's something else. There's like some other show that's happening in March that it sounds like everyone has made time on their schedule for. And they're all going to perform there. But whatever happened to try to get them to perform literally at the Grammy show, like they couldn't do it. It didn't... The schedules or something didn't match up. And I don't know if that's making complete sense, but from what I understand, that was my understanding. I'm not positive about this, but that's what I heard. So maybe it's more like, since Rihanna doesn't have a current like touring schedule and she doesn't have an album out or whatever, she's like available. But in reality, she's not, because she literally has a infant to take care of and like a baby daddy. Like taking care of A$AP Rocky and the baby is that full-time work. Okay, like she's already got shit going on. Oh, this is funny. I just have to talk about this. So they're at Assembly Hall. There's people who are just like performing or whatever. They're like singing songs, and I requested a song. So all you do is you go on this little app. It's like literally a link to their Venmo. And you just request a song. I requested Eric Church Record Year. You guys know I love that song. I covered the song. I'll put the link to that in the description box too. But yeah, I was grooving out to Record Year. I fucking love that song so much. It's so good. It's so good. It's just like, if you haven't seen Record, you should watch the music video. It's just like, I appreciate Eric Church. And I feel like there's actually a lot of people who appreciate Eric Church just for being like himself. He just seems like a regular ass dude. And I feel like that's me. Like I'm like a regular ass girl. Okay? Like I have like the every woman experience. That like I'm not trying to be like super extra, super like this or that. Okay, I just have this like regular ass experience, and for me that's fine. For me That's great. I enjoy it. Okay, like it's fine. Like I don't really need a bunch more. Like it's okay. The song is so great. I didn't want to talk about that. I wonder what you guys think. Like really go and I'll put the links to this in the description box, but like listen, she did an interview yesterday. The Forbes thing interview today. It's just like all of this is just weird, guys. It's fucking weird. Like I don't know. There's like meaning to shit. There really like there's like like words mean things and like like not to be funny though, but like seriously, every year when they pick some artist to do something, like there's other artists who didn't do it, right? Like there's some artists that could have their career maybe could have been accelerated by doing it. Like what if like Lotto or something did the halftime show this year? That would have been really cool. It probably would have like it could accelerate her career like a lot.